It's the start of a new day and it's 8:50 in the morning. I've just done my first climb of the day, about 250 meters up to this hill here. And you can see distantly in the background, where is it? Yeah, I guess here, is the town of Askedos, or Astakos, which is quite a fun name, I think. So there's a car coming. Astakos, so that's where I slept last night. Found a nice little spot on the beach, and I've been getting bolder and bolder with my wild camping because I kind of want to see how far you can kind of push it before someone tells you to move. And I was actually camped right on the beach. I was next to a couple of campers, so I thought, there's strength in numbers. If they tell me to move, then I can say, well, these guys are camped here as well. Why is it okay for them and not for me? But actually, it was completely fine. No one said anything. No one seemed to really care at all that I was camped there. So that's a good sign, and I think I'll keep pushing the limits and see how far I can, how close to the nice spots I can camp without someone telling me to move. So yeah, I've wild camped probably the last 3 nights in a row, and I think the last 4 out of 5 nights. So yeah, it's working quite well. I actually prefer it, and I wish I had started doing it a bit earlier in the trip. I did do a bit of it in Scandinavia because it's legal there, but I was always a bit worried to do it in other places because it's not really allowed. But it seems like no one actually cares, so I should have been doing it a bit more. Yeah, the problem is my phone keeps running out of battery, and I'm down to my last battery pack, and then once that runs out, I'm not sure what I'm going to do because I need to kind of charge them overnight. And if my phone isn't charged, then I can't navigate. So I might have to stop somewhere today or tonight and try and charge for a while, because otherwise I'll be a bit lost. The other issue is obviously doing laundry and having showers and stuff. I was really lucky yesterday. I was riding and got down to another beautiful patch of the coast, and the water was just crystal clear and beautiful and delicious, and I was thinking, oh, this is probably a great spot to stop and have a swim. And I was thinking, well, if I have a swim now, I'm going to be all salty and I'm not going to be able to wash it off because I haven't got any access to fresh water. And then I saw some showers on the beach as well, so I thought, all right, that's perfect. So I stopped, and the guy was just giving me a funny look as he drove past. I stopped and had a beautiful swim in the ocean. Unfortunately, pretty much straight away, I stepped on a sea urchin. And it's not the first time it's happened. It's happened to me quite a few times actually throughout my dive career. And so I got out of the water and proceeded to, with some tweezers and my pocket knife, try to remove all the spines stuck in my foot. So that set me back probably half an hour. But I had a shower and was feeling cleaner than I had in quite a while. So if there's another one of those today, I would definitely do that. That's a really awesome option if you do need a shower and you've been wild camping for a few days. And actually before that, I was cycling and I was looking for somewhere to have breakfast, and again there was nothing open, but I stopped at a cafe at a gas station, and I waited for a while. The owner was actually up the road at the car mechanic, and he came back, and I ordered a double espresso off him, and he was very kind to let me charge my phone, and we sat and had a chat for a while, and he was saying that actually there's a lot of tourists coming past on bikes on that road where his little gas station is. And I was surprised by that because I hadn't seen any. And then just as we were talking, 2 people on fully loaded bikes rode past. So yeah, he was right. So that was kind of funny. And I got to use the bathroom, which is also very helpful when you're wild camping. And so yeah, I continued, and then after that I had the swim and the urchin incident. Continued a bit further and got to the town of I forget how to pronounce it, but it was Vonitas, I think, which is quite a beautiful little beach town, and that's where I actually had the swim. And so it was 12 o'clock there at that time, so I still had a bit of time to get some lunch. And this time I went to the supermarket and got some more wraps and stuffed vine leaves and feta cheese and stuff, and made myself some lunch on the beach, which was really awesome. And all the restaurants behind me were packed full of people, so I guess it was either the right time or the right place, because yeah, that town was very busy. And I saw the other two bike travelers up the road having lunch as well, but I didn't have a chance to go and say hi to them. I think it was a father and son. It looked like one older guy and one younger guy with a bit of a ponytail, so not sure where they were going, but they looked like they were in it for the long haul, because they had all the bags and lots of gear with them, and I was not envious of everything they were carrying. Yeah. After that, the road continued, and it was all very well and good. Everything was going well. I was feeling good, and then it was time for the second puncture of the day, and I pulled over. I had a puncture in my rear tire, which is the first time it's happened in the rear tire for a while. So that's exciting. And again, it was another thorn. So I pulled the thorn out, and it took me probably 20 minutes to repair the tube, because you got to flip the bike over and take the wheel off, and yeah, the rear wheel is a bit more annoying than the front one. Yeah, it was no dramas really. Strangely, in the morning I had noticed my front tire, which I had repaired the day before, was like not quite flat, but it was getting pretty low, so I wasn't sure what had happened there. So I pumped it up in the morning, and it stayed pumped up all day, so I'm not sure what's going on there. And interestingly enough, this morning I checked my rear tire. My rear tire was nearly flat as well, so I've just pumped it up again this morning as well. So I don't know, the front tire was still fine, so maybe it's something to do with the fact that I'm using my hand pump and not a floor pump, and I can't get the pressure high enough after I fix the flat. I'm not sure, but we'll see what happens today. But yeah, these thorns are really annoying, and I definitely think on my next tour I'll be going tubeless, because yeah, I'm just like super paranoid now, because like it doesn't matter where you are, you can get a thorn in your tire and then it just stuffs you up. So it seems like tubeless will fix that problem, because Tim, who I rode with in Macedonia, he had some thorns in his tires as well, and he just pulled them out, and the tire just sealed up, and it was completely fine. So that seems like the way to go, I think. What else? And yeah, like, so after I fixed that flat tire, I cycled for a bit longer, and then out of nowhere there was about 200 goats coming from the field and then onto the highway, so they were being shepherded into another paddock. So that was quite cool. I stopped and took some pictures, and yeah, basically the goats took over the whole road, and I just went around them. And then right at the front was this tiny little dog who was shepherding these 200 goats. It was so funny. It was like a little chihuahua. And he had like a little bell on his neck. It was so cute. And then as I rode past him, he started chasing me and barking at me like he was like so fierce. And I just laughed at him and kept going. And I got some video of that, which was really cool. So that was so funny. Oh yeah, after that I was riding, and I was kind of going up a hill, and around the corner there was a girl like rock climbing up the mountain. So I stopped there for a while and watched her, and man, I was impressed by how some people can just climb up with no fear like that. I saw on the side of the road there was a couple of cars with like Swiss number plates, so I guess they were here on holiday. And yeah, the Swiss are pretty used to mountains, I guess, so probably was nothing for her. But it looked pretty scary to me, and reminded me that you know, reminded me of my fear of heights, I guess, and how it's something I've never really gotten over, and how I'd like to keep trying to mountain climb, but haven't had many opportunities lately. Been too obsessed with biking, I guess. And yeah, pretty soon after that, I headed down into Astakos and had a couple of vegetarian Euroses as I watched the sunset. Had a beer, got to use some Wi-Fi for the first time of the day, and then went down and set up my camp on the beach. So it was a pretty awesome day, actually. Had a really good one. And yeah, today's just started, done the first climb, as I said. So the hill's already behind me. The next 20k at least is pretty flat, so not sure what's happening after that. But yeah, the problem for today, or the challenge for today, is to find somewhere to charge my phone at least, if not my power banks as well, and hopefully have a shower. That would be good too. So yeah, let's see what happens. Wish me luck.